So, learning about narcissism and intimacy. They're controlling about appearance. You can't say no or disagree. The rejection was imminent and we felt life-threatening if it were to occur. Can't do activities they don't approve of. Didn't feel we could access their love, yet we didn't have other resources. Made the other person's problems, her issues, taking it personally, feeling like a victim, and blaming for how it made her look. Teaches others to self-abandon in order to be appeased, be focused on them. Punishes others for seeking emotional support from them, and keeps self-referencing, unable to let the focus be on anyone else for long. Annoyed when others need help. Can't see others or their emotions. Cannot respect what is sacred for others or let others be in the spotlight. Discredits others and their experiences. Accuses others of lying and misremembering. Overly focuses on a small detail that was described exactly to obscure, that was not described exactly in order to obscure the bigger picture. Focuses on others' reactions rather than on potential abuse that caused it. Makes others believe they have to suppress emotions to be heard, but then accuses person of being cold and heartless. So it's like a double bind. When they can't access the other's emotions whimfully, like whenever they want. So uses your emotions against you, and then when you withhold your emotions, they say you're heartless and cold. Isolates and separates others from those who might disclose something secret or unwanted that might validate ideas about them. They have a fear of exposure. Their false image will be exposed. They manipulate out of jealousy. They attempt to prevent others from pursuing the truth. Their personality is like a house of cards kept from toppling by controlling everyone and everything. To heal from this, you need distance, emotional and physical. You have to recognize they lack self-awareness and responsibility, which makes a functional relationship impossible. And they're incapable of taking accountability for their actions. You can accept they provoke on purpose for reactions, energy, which is like impact supply. You have to let go of the hope that they'll eventually care about the feelings of others. They unhealthily have no interest in that. You have to take time to overcome the brainwashing. You can be boring, not engaging beyond the surface level with them, not letting anything be ammunition, and keep redirecting the focus back on them, and reframe the connection as a relationship where one protects from a predator rather than pretending the person just needs more information to understand others' takes on things. Be aware that if a decision is made to go no contact with them, they'll use every tool in their arsenal to get you back to fill their inner emptiness. For example, they'll use guilt, bad-mouthing, shame, or rebuke. It's important to get support from people who understand that narcissism is a unique experience in intimacy compared to other dynamics, and the inner child work of care and attention and recognition, it helped ensure survival, even if the coping mechanisms it came up with turned out to be maladaptive in adulthood. So when we give ourselves the care and attention, we realize that having narcissism and abuse in relationships was tolerating it was a coping mechanism, learning how to deal with it rather than not be in relationships with narcissism and intimacy. We have to start noticing and pausing and making new choices when we see the old patterns, like a toxic bond, people-pleasing, extreme self-sufficiency, and then self-compassion, accepting emotions, not denying or judging them, and giving them space to share their important information, and self-kindness about slipping up. We have to let the journey be non-linear or take baby steps. And I want to share some things I learned in a SLAA meeting about this while I was tolerating narcissism in relationships. So how I was healing my imagination, the thoughts that serve me versus fantasizing about someone I don't really know. And then also seeing other people's perspectives means I actually need to value my own perspective and have an own perspective. Unavailable people detox is blocking people who try to manipulate me or try to make me feel bad or try to make me give more than I can give, or they withhold something just out of reach to deliberately keep me hooked, like refuse to understand, validate, reassure, whatever I'm after. It feels like competing with something I don't know what it is. So I can cry and pray and not, attach or obsess. There's a familiarity that takes away the desirability sometimes. And when I do conscious breathing, I can stop escaping from what's not real. The cues to where I have my own perspective might be like the cues when I'm not coming from my own perspective could be when I'm projecting or managing on, predicting or managing or projecting on others. When I notice, I can take a step back and have a perspective where I can see through my own eyes. Like, what do I want versus what they need from me. Anyway, that's all I think for now. I think I have to go. I'm getting ready for the Sabbath. I wish everyone a good Shabbos with comfort and good company and peace and love and joy and light and easefulness and good rest and good digest and feeling free, having the discipline speak for itself when we release control over the Shabbos, and feeling blessed. Not just feeling blessed, in the blessing, being blessings for one another. Where it's not too much stimulation, where there's good right amount of connection, right amount of information, right amount of relating, and according to the Torah, according to our values. All the best. Bye.